Hi there and welcome to another portion of infotainment. This video counts towards your 5 a day. What makes you sad always? Sometimes I'll be telling a story, and I don't think anyone is listening, so I just stop in the middle, and I am right. I was a freshman about to leave for the dorms in college. Realized my mom wasn't listening. And it was when I realized she wasn't listening all these other times too. My whole life she hasn't been interested in most of what little stories and things that I was telling her. It really hurt, and I went from thinking I was going to call her every week and share my college life with her to going every month or so. Our relationship was never the same because I realized she just wasn't interested. That is sad. I'm so sorry. Growing up and watching your parents get old. Like WTF, I'm the one that's supposed to be growing up, you're meant to stay the same. My friend recently said something, mainly referring to his father's health, that was quite sad. It was something along the lines of, we're getting to that age when life stops giving things to you and instead starts taking them away. Seeing pictures of my dad. My parents divorced when I was 3, and courts didn't allow a lot of visitation time for my dad. He finally got me out of a bad situation with my mom when I was 15, and got me back on track. He died a few years later, and I always feel like I got cheated out of having him in my life. Aw, I'm sorry. Just makes that time more valuable and memorable. My oldest sister died 3 years ago. She was 33 and I was freshly 18. With the age gap, our relationship was hard and she always sucked butt at showing up. Finally got to a point in our lives that we could have an adult relationship, and I'm telling you man, all I ever wanted growing up was to be like her and be with her. But we finally get to that point, and she died of liver and kidney failure. Couldn't stop drinking. I get a huge mix of sad and angry emotions over it. But instead of still being mad and upset that it happened, I've learned to cherish the memories I have with her and the time I had spent. I learned from the mistakes she made. I know our situations aren't really close to the same, but I too feel cheated out of having her in my life. But you have to move on from that and hold on to what you have. He got you back on track, stay on track and be the best you that you can be. Cherish the years you had with him and regret nothing. Death is very hard and ducked up, but it has to make us stronger in the end. How many friends I've gradually lost over the years. I'm 35, just because of drifting apart, starting families, etc., and how at the same time, it has become exponentially harder to make new friends. Sometimes I get really excited when I'm telling someone about a subject I love, when my brain suddenly gives me this irrationally strong feeling that I'm just annoying the other person by talking at all. Then I usually just go quiet and don't want to talk or be around that person anymore. I just want to disappear, because my brain is a bully. Similarly, when you realize the other side listens but doesn't get why or what you're excited about. Always makes me feel lonely. Or they call you obsessed and it makes you just feel alienated. Seeing someone disappointed in me. It's the same look in their eyes. God, one of the things I most regret is disappointing my 2nd grade teacher. It's been 12 years now and still think about it. She taught me so many important things in life. I was late to school a lot, so she made a calendar for me where if I go to class on time every day for a month, then she'll buy me a prize. I remember she bought me a Geronimo Stilton book, and another time she got me a sketchbook because I like to draw. She also taught me how to read. We read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and she'll explain to me what I just read. I could pronounce the words from the page, but a lot of times I didn't know what I just read. She went out of her way to help make me into a better person, and I stole someone's Pokemon cards. I admitted that I did it because I felt so guilty, and I remember the disappointment in her eyes. Probably one of the worst things I could imagine. Not knowing what exactly to do in life. May the following couple of sentences help you. Understand, as much as we'd like to do many things in our life, the time is limited, therefore our options are too. Time is the currency of life. The one thing you can't buy. Try to figure out what you should do with your time and why. For that, look into the Japanese concept of ikigai. You have described my issue, but have failed to offer any solutions. I guess I'll just go back to staring at my phone all day. Thoughts of my parents leaving someday. Not the leave for a pack of cigarettes type of leaving, it's a pretty terrible feeling. Can confirm. Mom was taken by cancer in 2016 at 63 years old. Stay up on your health, people. My mom when I was 25 of cancer too. Never smoked or drank, just came out of nowhere and she was gone in 3 months. Seriously, go call your mom. It will be 1 year since my mom died of cancer this month. I've never gone through a loss like that before, until I found out I lost my dad to an overdose on Father's Day. The way I treat others in the past. Feeling sad about it shows that you have a heart and learned from it and that you have done and will do better. That's a positive. That's all dandy and all, but you still feel like a fricking piece of crap. In grade school during baseball practice I called this kid with a bigger than normal chin, Crimson Chin. I have no clue why I called him that, but once I did, multiple people called him it to the point he went home crying. That was almost 12 years ago, and to this day 3 see pictures of him on Instagram with his buddies and he'll be holding his drink in his hand in an awkward position right in front of his chin. You can absolutely tell he's still insecure about it. Yeah, I'm probably responsible for that insecurity. I think about it all the time and I genuinely feel like a piece of crap. That there will be a time I pet my dog for the last time. My dog is 10.5 years old. My husband and I got him in our early 20s. We've had 2 kids, bought a house, and have built a pretty great life together. Our dog has been there for all of it. He's grown up with us. We always have joked that the dog is dead when he's in a deep sleep. We'll say, oh, the cat must have finally murdered him good this time, or RIP Seamus, it was good knowing you. We make jokes about it because we know it's going to hurt really badly when it finally happens for real. In the meantime, we'll keep joking about his death by cat. My age. While 70 is a milestone, I miss the days of youth. I miss my vigor and energy. I wake up sad some days because I know my days on this earth are dwindling. I wish I had done more in life, even though my accomplishments in my career were satisfying. I wish we had more children. At the same time, I'm glad to be retired, even with the meager pensions we have now. And after 50 years of marriage, I'm glad to spend my final years with my best friend and lover. I'm sad there's just so little time left. For real. I hear every bit of that. Seeing neglected children truly breaks my heart. As a pediatric nurse, the number of kids I've handed over to go home with horrible, abusive parents keeps me up at night. Babies with broken bones, head trauma, neglect, social services is a broken system. These parents get too many chances to destroy lives. Makes me so mad. I work within a residential agency with children with disabilities and I'm amazed by how lenient the courts are with parent rights. You can lie your way into getting your child on a feeding tube, then puncture said feeding tube and starve your child, but somehow it takes years for the courts to remove reunification as the primary objective? With COVID right now, you know it's so much worse because kids can't go to school where they are more likely to get reported. That there are certain people in my life who were so important to me in the past, but are gone now. Like deceased or drifted away and don't want to talk to me, or were an online friend that I can't find anymore. I've been missing a few old friends a lot, and at the time, they meant the world to me. Stuff happened, and we went our separate ways. Now I would love to chat with them just to catch up. Nothing more, no hidden meaning. It's hard for me to reach out to others, so it's a big step. One I have no direct way to contact. The other? Left on read. I guess it makes sense, but it hit me in the nostalgia and stings a bit right now. Make sure you tell people at some point what they meant to you. Even if that meaning has changed and faded over the years. Even if you were just thinking about the good old days and they were special. Tell them. And if you get a nice message, don't leave them on read. Death of my wife. It has been almost 13 years and I can start bawling my eyes out at the drop of a hat. Sad commercial, country western song, sappy movie. I just sob. She was the light of my life and the apple of my eye. We shared 29 glorious years, but it will never have been enough. She was only 50. I lost my wife to cancer after 10 years. She was 31 years old. I can only imagine the extent of your pain. I hope you have found happiness in her absence. I have remarried and I am happy. But I will never be whole again. My girlfriend just got cancer surgery last month. She's only my girlfriend because we can't afford insurance if we were married, and I am what most people would consider successful, but the bills are crazy when it comes to cancer. She's doing well as of now, but this hit home. Before, it was life as usual, but the last 6 months I started thinking about what it would be like to be a single father of a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old. Not trying to sound selfish, of course my main concern is for her. But thinking about, and I mean really understanding it could be a real possibility, doing it without her effed me up a few times. Even now when I hear certain songs or see something I get a bit teary-eyed. And, was taught to be a strong man and bear a burden so others can be weak in their time of need, by my old man. So this is pretty new to me. I've had people pass that I've cared about, but this is just different. Pull it back in quick and continue strong for the kids. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.